Lay down. Okay. Here's my sweet boy. Hi, my baby. Here's my good boy. Here's my good boy. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you my 37-week pregnancy update. I will be 38 weeks tomorrow, and this pregnancy is really coming to an end. So I'm super excited to meet our sweet baby girl. I can't believe she's almost here. So let's go ahead and dive right into this week's update. So this week, the baby is about the size of a Swiss chard, I believe is how you pronounce it. However, our grocery stores did not have any Swiss chards at all around us. So hubby got a bok choy, which is kind of similar looking and similar in length. So you can kind of get an idea as to where baby girl is at in her growth. I actually think that this is a little bit smaller. So, but just to give you some kind of visual, you can see about how long baby girl is. So she is definitely just about done growing, and she will be here very soon. So if you are new to our channel and you're just now starting to follow our pregnancy journey, welcome. We're so happy to have you here, and this is an exciting time in our lives, and this is the perfect time for you guys to be joining the Nook Fam. So definitely stick around, hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos and when I go into labor. For those of you that have been here, you know that I've been posting my pregnancy updates on Saturdays. However, I think next week might be a little bit different just because I want to make sure that I'm getting out my updates before it's too late or before I go into labor. So I think if you guys don't mind, if you could just be a little bit flexible. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. That was the UPS guy, and he just dropped off a package, which is perfect to show you in this video. It is my Dock-A-Tot. It just came in. I'm so excited. I wasn't sure if I was going to get this or not because we do have a bassinet that we will be using for baby girl once she gets here, and we do have a rock and play sleeper just for like throughout the day when we can supervise her. So I didn't know if I needed a lounger. I thought I was gonna go with a boppy lounger just to kind of have somewhere to set her down when I'm here with her during the day and when I'm trying to edit or just do things around the house. But I went ahead and decided to just go ahead and get the Dock-A-Tot because I've heard so many great things about it. It seems like a lot of you guys that have used this have loved it, and so I definitely wanted to give it a try. So anyway, that is what just came in, and I'm so excited. Now don't worry, we won't be using this as a co-sleeper. We will be using the Halo bassinet that will be right next to our bed. Actually, let's go ahead and open this Dock-A-Tot so I can show you what it looks like. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. You guys, oh, I'm so excited. So I went with, what is the name of this one? La Vie en Rose, I believe, is the name of this pattern, but it's basically the floral pattern. And this should last her up until she's about 9 months, I believe, 8 months maybe. So I guess depending on how big she is, it may not last her that long. But I am so excited to try this out. Again, I'm not going to use this as a co-sleeper. I plan on using this throughout the day when I'm with her and I can supervise her, so don't worry. I will be responsible, and I know there's lots of safety guidelines and things out there for different sleeping areas and things like that, and sleeping seats and docks and all of that. So I am being extremely cautious, but I'm so excited to use this, and it's just so beautiful. I love it, love it. So anyway, yay! All right, so up to this point, since the beginning of my pregnancy, I have gained 35 pounds. So I'm right at that cap where my doctor wanted me to be. So I'm hoping that I just kind of stay right there. But even if I go over a few pounds, I'm not really worried about it. Again, I'm 38 weeks tomorrow, and I'm really just trying to enjoy these last few weeks of pregnancy. I have definitely been indulging in some chocolate and ice cream this week, just like last week. And let me just say, it has totally been worth it. Now, as far as symptoms go this week, I have definitely continued to feel that pelvic pressure and pain down there on my cervix, but it hasn't been as frequent. Again, I notice it more on the days where I'm up on my feet a lot. And this week we definitely deep cleaned, I mean really, really deep cleaned our entire house, as you guys saw. So I was on my feet quite a bit and I definitely had some pressure on those days. But there have been a few days this week that I've been able to rest and just put my feet up, and those days I haven't felt it as much. Now, another symptom that I've had a lot this week is Braxton Hicks contractions. There was one night in particular, they started around maybe 5 or 6 p.m. and they were getting pretty consistent. So I started to keep track of them, and within an hour, I believe I had 4. So they were around 15 minutes apart or so. I definitely wanted to start keeping track of those because I wasn't sure if it was just my mind or if they were really Braxton Hicks or what. And then once I went to bed and I woke up the next morning, they were completely gone. So I think I was just dehydrated maybe. But before that, I had a few throughout the week as well. So they are starting to pick up a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on them. I have had some heartburn this week a little bit as well, and I notice it again mostly at nighttime. And then the last symptom that I've noticed is that my feet have been getting a little bit swollen, again when I'm up on them throughout the day a lot. So on those days where we were doing a lot of the deep cleaning around the house, I definitely noticed that my feet were more swollen. I brought it up to my doctor and she said they look absolutely fine. They look normal and they feel normal now, but again, at the end of the day, after I've been on my feet all day, they have been swelling a little bit more. And then this is the first week that I've noticed that my ring feels a little bit more snug. I've been able to wear my wedding ring my entire pregnancy. And again, I'll be 38 weeks tomorrow, so that's pretty good. I was hoping that I could wear it throughout my entire pregnancy. So I only have a couple more weeks to make it, but it is starting to feel a little bit more snug than usual, and I feel like that probably has a little bit to do with the swelling, but I am not overly swollen. I am trying to make sure that I'm getting enough water. I feel like we've been so busy recently that I just haven't really put an emphasis on it or focused on it that much, and so I'm trying to be better about that as this week comes to a close. So that's everything as far as symptoms go for week 37. I did have a doctor's appointment this week, and I was still 1 centimeter dilated, just like last week. I am 25% effaced, so if you're not familiar with what that means, it basically just means that my cervix has started to soften and it's at 25% softened. And then baby girl is sitting at -3 station. So I believe it goes from -4 being the highest to +4. It might be -5 to +5, but she is sitting at -3, or she was earlier this week. So she is starting to come down a little bit, but my doctor said she is still pretty high up. And then she did mention that she'll be out of town this weekend, so she said that if I can help it, which of course I can't because nature will just take its course when baby wants to come, but she said don't let her come this weekend because I won't be here and I want to be here for the birth. So she does work out of a private practice that is right next to the hospital that I'll be delivering at, and she does try to deliver all of her patients babies. So I really, really love her too. And I know that the nurses do a lot of the work, and it really doesn't matter, you know, in the end, if the doctor is there or not. But I feel like I have built such a great relationship with her as my doctor, and I really trust her, and I love what she stands for and her philosophy. And I just feel like I will be less stressed and less anxious if she is the one that's there. So I'm hoping that I don't go into labor this weekend because then she won't be there. She is going to be out of town. So as long as baby girl can wait until Monday, then I'm good with any time after that. And then something really, really special about this week is that, as you guys know, if you watched our name reveal, we did reveal our baby girl's name to you guys. So if you haven't watched that video yet, pause this video, go watch that, and then come back over and finish this video because I don't want to ruin it. But I'll give you a moment. But we were so excited to finally share that our baby girl's name will be Eliana Grace. We absolutely love the name Eliana. I had never heard of this name before, which I know a lot of you guys have, and I never have. Even in my 5 years of teaching, I had never heard this name, and I thought it was so beautiful. There's actually a song out there called Eliana's Song by the band Watermark, I believe. I'll link it down below for you guys. This name had been on our list a couple of times before I heard that song, and then the moment that I heard that song and heard the meaning behind the name, oh my gosh, I just lost it. I was a complete blubbering mess, and I just knew in my heart that if this was a little girl, that her name had to be Eliana. I just knew that it was meant for her. And that was before I even knew if she was a boy or a girl, but I was really praying for a little girl. In our gender reveal video, you saw that I was very shocked, but also just overcome with emotions because I knew, I'm about to like cry right now. So emotional, but I knew that that is what was meant to be if she was a little girl. So, and I had been hoping and praying for a little girl. Of course, we would have been happy with a little boy, and we would love to have a little boy in the future. But this just means so much to us because of the meaning behind the name Eliana. God has answered our prayers, or my God has responded. And we prayed so hard after our miscarriage for a sweet baby, a little miracle, and that's exactly what she is. Chaz also has always loved the name Grace, and so by putting those together, we just felt like it was the perfect name for her, and we just hope she loves it as much as we do. I love her full name, Eliana, but Chaz tends to, like when we're talking about her, he tends to refer to her a lot as Ellie, and I'm trying to get him to say her full name because I love it so much, but in the end, he'll probably end up calling her Ellie, which is still very cute. I still love that nickname, and we could even call her Elle, Ella. There's so many different options, and that was another reason that I loved this name. It gives her a lot of options to kind of choose what she likes depending on her personality. So anyway, it's been really nice to get her name out there because a lot of times I have to edit and cut out where Chaz slips her name in there. Chaz has said her name so many times when we've been filming, you guys. I have had to edit that out so many times. It's so funny, but now he's super excited because if he says her name, it doesn't matter because now you guys know what her name is. So that's pretty much it for week 37. I'm gonna jump over to my Ovia app and let you guys know what baby's development has been like this week. So my app says that she is actually considered near term. I think they've actually changed it. It used to be 37 weeks was full term, and now I believe 39 is full term, which I believe one of you guys mentioned, and I do find that to be true based on things that I'm reading now. So according to this app, she is still considered near term. She is weighing over 6 pounds and is about 19 inches long. She is still packing on that adorable baby fat and is inhaling and exhaling amniotic fluid frequently, which is so true because she has had the hiccups so much recently. And then as far as mom goes, it says that I could see some spotting around this time, which I haven't, but I know that that bloody show tends to show up around this time, so I am just gonna be on the lookout for that. And then it does say that I may be starting to notice some stretch marks as my body reaches its largest point, which as far as my stomach goes, I've been very, very lucky and haven't had any stretch marks around my stomach or my hips, but I don't know if I've mentioned this. I don't think I have. I am starting to get a couple of small itty bitty tiny stretch marks on my bottom, and luckily it's right where my undies cover, so I'm not too worried about it. Nobody's ever gonna see that, but that's the only place that I've started to get some stretch marks, and I wasn't sure if they were even stretch marks at first. I thought that they were maybe like little bruises or something, but they haven't gone away and they've been there for a few weeks, so it's something that I've noticed and I am starting to get those there. So that's all I have for week 37. Let's go ahead and jump on over to my 37-week belly shot. All right, so here's my belly from the front and from the side. And as you can see, it hasn't changed too much. I still feel like she's sitting up high. So that is my 37-week belly. And this week I'm measuring at about 42.5 inches, which is an inch larger than last week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's update. Again, be sure that you have clicked that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. That way you guys don't miss out on anything. And we do plan on doing a birth vlog, so stay tuned for that as well. I'm so excited to continue to share this journey with you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to meet baby girl. So exciting. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.